aí, galera. That's the Portuguese that I cannot forget how I introduce myself, but I will try to figure out something in English. How's it going, Daniel?
Hello, I'm good, and you?
Good. Okay, let's go. Let's start to talk about market. Later, you check the futures. How was your week?
It's a interesting week. It was an interesting week. We have the VIX going to a lowest value since 2019, if I'm not mistaken. The market goes up, still going up.
Yeah. Well, remember that on Monday, Memorial Day, so we have no market tomorrow. You'll be back on Tuesday.
Yes.
So not a lot to show or to talk. If we going to start to talk about the earnings, I do have here the earnings for this week. Let me share while you are on your graph.
We had the NVIDIA earnings last week.
Yeah, we had, and came as profitable, right? We can show what we did.
Yeah.
For this week, no big ones, but I would tell you if we go by options, Costco will be a good one. I think that's the only one. Now it's finishing the earnings season, so there's not much to present.
Best Buy, it's a good company, but the spreading options, it's
they are not so high volume in option.
Yeah.
Dick's it's a good company too for sporting things. Anyway. Okay, let's do the graphs now. You share your screen. Here we go.
So let's start with S&P. S&P 500, in daily frame, we don't have any setup here in the moment. The last one was setup 1. After that, the setup 2. And with the parabolic chart turning, we have the take profit. So there is no setup activated in daily frame. In weekly frame, we don't have any setup yet as in daily, and monthly frame we have both setups activated, a setup 3 and a setup 2. So they both still
on.
Still on, yeah. So go.
No, we can go to the triple Q. I thought that you want to mention something there.
So triple Q, daily frame, we still have this setup 2 working on.
Mm-hmm.
In weekly frame, we don't have setup activity. And monthly frame, we still have this setup 2 working on. As Fibo, target. As my Fibo target is almost 504, 500. So we are almost 10%
from the target.
From the target.
To reach the target.
Yeah. Red, the small caps. We don't have any setup in daily frame. In weekly frame, don't have any setup activated, triggered. And monthly frame, no setup triggered. So red is the only one that we don't have any setups in any time frame.
Okay.
RSP, daily frame, no setup activated. In weekly frame, we still have the setup tree. It turns to the average going on. And monthly frame, we don't have any setup. We can see that in RSP, we have the all-time high here in March 25. And the market doesn't reach the new all-time high yet. But in SPX, we made new all-time highs. A lot of this because of NVIDIA and the Max 7. So it's different between RSP and this S&P 500.
Okay.
DBC, commodities. We had a huge movement last week, in special with the metals, silver, gold. We had a huge movement. In daily frame, we don't have any setup. In weekly frame, we still have these 3 setups, one. And in monthly frame, we don't have any setup. DBC, we don't have any daily frame setups. In weekly frame, we have both signals from setup 1. And monthly frame, we still have this setup 1, and setup 2 still going on.
The downtrend.
Yeah. I think we must see the GC, the gold futures. So gold futures, we made new highs here. Here we reached the new all-time high, and after that we made a pullback. Maybe they can go through the 500 average. 500, no. 50 average. So maybe a pullback through the 50 average, and after that a new try to the highs. In weekly frame, we have a setup tree still going on, and it's working on. So in setup tree, we can have both scenarios, or the average goes through the candle, or the candle goes through the average. And here we have a accumulation. So in this case, the average is
tending up.
Yeah. In monthly frame, we have the setup 2 working on, but we can saw a lot of shadow.
Yeah.
Above the candles. So this is not a good signal to buyers, let's say. Silver, we had something like the gold. So in daily frame, you have setup 3 working on. In weekly frame, we still have a setup 2.
That is good.
In monthly frame, we don't have any setup. So silver made new highs, not the all-time high, because we are far away from the all-time high. 49.82. We have now 30. So we don't have any all-time high, but the highs in COVID period we reach and break through.
Okay.
Oil.
Let's see. Crude oil.
So in crude oil, we have no setup in crude oil in daily frame. In weekly frame, we have 2 setups, one
Pointing down.
triggered. Yes. The 50 average is here, 2000 average here. It may work as a resistance. So the price
Support in this case.
Yeah, support. Sorry, may work as support. And in monthly frame, 2 setups, upper setups. So in monthly frames, we have upper setups, and weekly frame, we have setups
Pointing
down,
down.
breaking down. Yeah. So controversial setups.
Yep. Bitcoin.
DXY.
Okay.
So DXY in daily frame, we have one setup 2. After that, a setup 3, and the target was profited.
Mm-hmm.
And we have now a new setup 1. So we have setup 2 and setup 1 working on, and the setup 3 is already taking profit. In weekly frame, we have no setup working on, and monthly frame, we don't have any setup.
Okay.
Okay. Bitcoin. So in Bitcoin, we have a setup 2 triggered May 19, daily frame. And almost reached the all-time high.
Yep.
In weekly frame, we still have the setup 3 working on.
Okay.
Shadow upside, a lot of shadow in the candle. And weekly and monthly frame, we still have the setup 3 working on. So we have in weekly frame, a setup 3 triggered.
Okay.
And I think the last one, the VIX, reached 11.92. This is almost the lowest value since 2019. This one is the lowest one. So this close was 11.85. If we go let me see, in weekly frame, this is better. So last time we had the VIX side this value was here, 2018,
17.
18, 17, and 19, No. So this is the lowest value since 18. So here was the lowest close. So we have the VIX. For us who likes to sell vol, this isn't a nice scenario.
Environment, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the calendar for this week, I don't expect big surprise too. Do we have any big event coming now?
Let me open here. A minute. Oh, this week calendar. So this week we have tomorrow nothing important unless the Williams is speaking. Thursday, Bauman, Masters. Here we have something important: the consumer confidence, CB consumer confidence. On Wednesday,
Nothing.
a lot of speaking. On Tuesday,
GDP.
DGP. So here is an important one: the GDP from first quarter, initial jobless claims, crude oil inventory, manufacturer PMI from China, and on Friday we have CPI of the Eurozone, core PCE in United States. So we had an interesting week on Thursday and Friday. Maybe interesting days.
I don't think so, but anyway, I think that it will be a calm week. Maybe I'm wrong, of course. Doesn't matter. Let me put here our trade account. Not big deal here. We still on loss. 2 weeks ago, we mentioned about the big loss that we got in Qualcomm. I'm holding. If we had a pullback, that's okay to fill it up the gap from the earnings uptrend. Otherwise, you assume all the loss that is almost there. So no problem. That one will be a good loss, almost $4,000. Here I still have some. How interested you see my S&P 500, my ES on futures. So if the market start to correct a little bit, I won't be hurt, and it's better, even better for me if you follow the T0 line. But I'm very comfortable where we are right now. So just let the profit run, and that'll be fine. This one here is just a small hedge, 5 days, and this will finish the M period, so no problem. Still there, we are convex. I do have some strategies here. That later maybe I can open a convexity, but as soon as that 5 days runs for the naked put that I do have, maybe I need to start to create some convexity here, but we are okay. Right now we have in a profit zone too. Amazon just shares. I do have idle conver here in silver, waiting to finish. Not big deal, $253 here. eBay shares, just one share, but it's very old. SNDL share, very old too. Logitech, very shares, very old. Disney, one. This was earnings trading, and we just got the naked here. So I'm just holding the trade. Didn't go well. I didn't lose a lot, but I still have here a naked call. Sorry, yeah, a naked call in 120. You'll expire worthless, I think. But anyway, is there complexity is not bad at all to have some. And that's it. Not a lot of positions. I do not suggest you guys to trade with this leverage here. I have 130% on this account here that we start with $25. Oh, is it about 3 years ago? He had the main presenter. He returned to Brazil. Maybe you're talking about Gabriel, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still in Florida. He not belong to a dual market anymore. He decided to try another job opportunity in somewhere else that's different from what we are doing here. But I wish him the best. But he's not in Brazil. He's US, as far as I know. Long time not seeing him. Thank you for asking anyway. So that being said, Gabriel. Hello, Alexandre, sorry. So that's not to say, no problem. We are very welcome. So not much to say. So going back to my account here, I do not recommend you to use that level of leverage, right? But at least right now, if you saw in the description of this video, we are up 49% year to date. So from January to now, that is almost June, we are 49%. I'm not doing 49% on every single account. I do manage some accounts, as you guys know, because I do not use this kind of leverage here. This account I use for my baby, Daniel, my son. So if I go here and you see accounts, I don't want to show the numbers, and it's not showing up anyway. But I name it here. It's Daniel. It's for his future, okay? So anyway, good profit right now. And once that I do have time for him, he'll be 5 in July. So I don't mind to work with this kind of leverage here. So understand your risks first, okay? That's the message. Oh, so hello to Eric Delgado. Anyway, I like a lot of your videos. Thank you so much. Alexandre is asking us to check soybeans. Can we check soybeans on the graph, please? Hey, guys, I loved it. So please, let's interact. Put your message here. Let's share all the opportunities. If you are seeing any opportunity, Alexandre, on soybean and want to share, you can share your opinion too. We will just show our graph based on our setups. We do have 3 setups. Setup 1 and setup 2, they are trend following. And setup 3, it's return to the average. So if you see right now, this is the soybeans on the daily time frame. We do have an indicator saying that the setup 2 trending falling upside. So maybe as soon as we get a confirmation with higher volume from what we have right now, looks like this 200 period average, the white line, will be set as a breakout setup. So can be a high volume breaking up, doing that breakout. So that was the daily. Inside the weekly, we don't have any setup set right now, nothing triggered. And in a monthly basis, we still have a downtrend setup. So just pay attention. If you see the 200 period average on the monthly base, it's a kind of strangled with the 50 blue line. So that means that the market can jump from one side to another side. Let me check the volatility in soybeans.
Okay.
Do you know the ticker?
Yes.
ZS 30. Yeah, the IV rank right now for soybeans according to Taste Trade is 32.2. It's not so high. I do think that can be, but it's too early to say. Can be a uptrend, something delta positive, a positive delta to make it profitable. Can we try to simulate something here? Let me see if we do have volume. 61 days, maybe. No volume at all. And here's another point to watch that tomorrow it's a holiday. Today is not really a good day to check the market. So I was here look at the platform, but if you see there's no contracts available here, the market is resting, let's say. Okay, but is our evaluation for soybeans. If you guys have any other ticker that want to be checked, please leave it here in the comments, okay? Taking the opportunity, hit your like button, hit the subscription. Let's start to take this channel back where it used to be in the past, removed from the shadow ban, okay? What else we can talk about here? We already discussed about earnings. We already discussed about the calendar, all the graphs from the wicks, the curve, the yield curve is the following subject that we can do. And I don't think that I will talk anything about the futures. Let me just check because I think that there's no movement.
Yeah.
Futures.
So the yield curve, the 10 years minus 3 months, minus 3 months is still in -1.
Mm-hmm.
So the half the way between the 0 and the lowest value, 1.89.
Mm-hmm.
The Fed decisions. So the next meeting is on June, and the market doesn't doesn't bet that the Fed will move the yield. July doesn't change. September doesn't change. November, the first movement in 25 bips, and we close the year in 500, 525. So
not a lot of expectations right now. So how is the environment? Let's read the market. Low expectation in yield curve, low volatility, elections coming on. So everybody trying to set, and usually always a scandal close to the election period will come. But I don't think that if something showed up, you shake the market. So everything's pretty calm right now. Of course, we cannot predict that something it's not going to happen. But anyway, just be careful with your exposition because you can be suddenly taking a trade that you go against you and in a suddenly way, right? So just pay attention on that. Now, going back to the graphs, Danny.
Yeah.
Alexandre wants to check John Deere, if you can add it there. Here we go. So John Deere, daily basis. John Deere on a daily basis is a downtrend, and our setup since May 15th is still going on. So still as a downtrend, but pay attention that the setup triggered around $400, $410. Right now, John Deere's around $375. So maybe the big opportunity, the big move, you were not able to catch if you didn't enter on time. So, but still a downtrend and still no visibility for a correction or lateral movement or something like that. So still as a downtrend according to our setup. Okay, that's daily frame. Now weekly frame, still in concordance. So they are talking the same thing. It's a downtrend, but this time is setup 1. In daily frame it was setup 2. Downtrend 2. You can draw, Daniel, a channel if you want to, taking the last. Yep. 2 lines there just to show the downtrend. Yep. So if you see, it's a kind of downtrend right now, and in a monthly base, same downtrend that we draw during the weekly frame, but there's no setup set. Okay, nothing was triggered. So John Deere right now, downtrend, and doesn't look that will reverse soon, Alexandre.
We have a lot of buyers here in
that region.
Yeah. This area is uma área de compradores, buyer area.
Okay, so I think that we covered everything, right? Oh, if I go to the futures is working, but most that the main market will not work on Monday. There's very, very, very few movement, nothing that I would say that we can consider like we have Dow Jones in 0.09. Same for S&P 500 and 0.14 negative to triple Q. All the techs, small caps are 0.21 negative, and VIX raising up 0.03. So that means 0.22% right now being quoted at 13.43. So not big movers in the market. I think that it will be pretty calm unless something happened, but a pretty calm week. Let's see. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys don't have any other tick to be checked, you'd say thank you so much for this week. We do have a Discord channel that we call our black belts, that every single week they do a 101 meeting with us. So we do have some kind of Zoom or Meetup or any other kind of software. But anyway, we go in a platform with them. We share screens. We share how we are feeling that the market goes, more or less what we have here. But then I have much more freedom to show the strategies that I'm doing, what I'm thinking about the market, what Daniel is doing too, and even the students, they can share their visions and their strategies with us. So if you want to be part of this group, the link is here below in the description. Okay. That being said, thank you so much, Danny. Thanks so much for all of you guys. See you next week then, and be strong, be safe.